Hi everyone, so today is going to be a really short little practice that's going to hopefully light up a bit of a fire. So as always, we're going to start just with a grounding breath. So we're going to sit down and the hands can be just resting on the knees, close the eyes and just bring the attention to the breath. So when you're ready, we're going to warm up those wrists. So hands are going to come to shoulder height and we're going to flick the wrists. So fingers coming into a clenched fist and then flicking them out. Then raising up to the sky, flicking those wrists, out to the T, keep going, down to the floor. And we'll start again. So shoulder height out in front of you. Flick those wrists. Hopefully you'll feel all the muscles in your arms working now. Up to the sky. And then out to the sides and down to the ground. So we'll just do one more round of this. So out in front of you. Up to the sky. Keep those wrists flicking out to the sides and down to the ground and stopping there. So from here, making your way into our tabletop position, and we're just going to do 3 rounds of cat-cow. So inhale as the gaze comes up and we drop the belly. Exhale, gaze to belly button, rounding through the spine. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round the spine. One more inhale. And exhale, rounding that spine. And then coming back to a neutral spine. So from here, we're going to send the right foot out back. Take a big inhale as we sweep the left arm forward and lift that right foot up. So we've got a nice straight line from wrist to elbow. And exhale, we're going to crunch elbow and knee together. So exhaling to crunch, inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch, inhale to reach. So keep going here, keeping that core nice and strong, belly button pulling in towards the spine. Keep going, inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch, inhale, reach. And now holding here, pulsing that back leg. So pulse, small movements with that heel going up towards the sky and bring it back down. So we'll come to the other side. So this time, left leg's going to reach out and back. Engage that leg nice and strong. And then inhale, as we lift that leg, we sweep the right arm up as well. So again, exhaling to crunch, inhaling to reach. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Another reminder, keeping that core nice and strong. We're not collapsing through the spine. Exhale, inhale, and pulse that back leg. So you should feel it in the glutes. Again, checking in that we haven't collapsed through the spine and relax it back down. Brilliant. Now from here, we're going to come just back onto our knees. So we're in a kneeling position and just do a few wrist circles. So clasping the hands together and taking the wrists in one direction and in the other direction. Good, good. And then we'll meet coming in to our downward facing dog. So taking a few breaths in this downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, sending that right leg up nice and high. And we're going to pulse the leg here. So making sure that the hips are still staying nice and level. So we're not opening out through the hips. And then on an exhale, planting that foot down, checking in. So pulling that right hip back, squeezing the thighs towards the inner line. And inhale, coming up to our high lunge. Exhale, arms come out to a cactus, gaze to the sky, slight back bend. And then we'll pulse here. Inhale, reach those arms up, stop pulsing. Exhale, sweep those arms down and step it back. So we're in a plank. Take that right knee in towards the right elbow. In and back. In and back. Core stay engaged. In and back. In and back. Now right knee is going to left elbow. In and back. In and back. Now from our plank, we're going to shift onto the right side of the foot, taking the left hand to the right wrist and opening up into a nice side plank. Gaze up to the sky, core engaged. Making sure we're gripping through that wrist and not locking out through the elbow. Nice and strong here. Inhale, stretch a little taller. Exhale, come back to your plank. And then send those hips up and back to downward facing dog. So we'll do the same again on the other side. So this time that left leg's going to lift nice and high up into the air. Hips staying level as we pulse that leg. Little pulses up to the sky. Staying nice and strong. Exhale as we plant the foot down. Pull that left hip back, thigh squeezing into center. And an inhale, we're going to come up to our high lunge. Exhale, opening up into cactus. Gaze to the skies. We introduce a little back bend. And then when you're ready, pulsing it here. Making sure that front knee doesn't go beyond the heel. So we've got a nice strong front knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant it back down and stepping back. From our plank, we're going to take the left knee in towards the left elbow. So crunching here. Into the elbow, back out. Into the elbow, back out. Core stays nice and strong. Into the elbow, back out. Into the elbow, back out, then off to the opposite elbow. So left knee to right elbow, in, send it back, in, and send it back, in, send it back, keeping strong, in, sending it back. So from our plank, coming onto our side plank, so rolling onto the left side, left palm staying nice and strong, right hand reaching up to the sky, gaze to follow, core engaged, gripping through those fingers, staying nice and tall. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, coming back to our plank and sending it back to downward facing dog. Inhale to look up, exhale to jump or step to the front of the mat, and from here we're going to be coming into our chair. So fingertips are grazing the ground. We're going to sink those hips back down onto our chair, and an inhale, we're going to sweep those arms up nice and high. Core stays engaged, pelvis is tucked in slightly. And we're going to pulse here. So little pulse movements, making sure the feet are together, knees, thighs all squeezing in together. And inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to come and do one-legged. So lifting the right leg up, bringing the right heel across the left thigh. Inhale, we're going to sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart center as we sink back into a chair. So just on this one leg now. And again, pulsing here. Again, little movements here. Pulse, 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 pulse. Again, checking in that core still, belly button into the spine. Inhale to reach up and we come out of the posture. So take a second to realign, ground down through the feet, and this time we'll be using the right leg as the standing leg, so left ankle over right thigh. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come through heart center as we sink those hips back into our chair. And once again, we're going to pulse here. Really getting those legs moving. Core staying engaged. Inhale to reach up and exhale to come back to center. So grounding down through the feet, inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, coming to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump those feet back, and we'll take knee, chest, chin, baby cobra, or chaturanga to our upward facing dog on the inhale. And when you're ready, exhaling to our downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, we're just going to come down via tabletop, swinging those feet round. So we're coming to a seated position with the legs out in front. So we're going to come into our boat posture here. So soles of the feet come to the floor, knees are bent in. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed and down. We'll have the arms will come up in front of us on an inhale, and exhale, we're going to lower down until we can feel our core switched on. You can stay here, or you can lift the feet and have the hands coming to support you behind the knees, or feet lifted and the hands held up either side. So whichever variation is going to be right for you today, making sure tension's out of the face, shoulders are relaxed and down, and we're going to breathe nicely here. Keep breathing, and exhale, release the feet down, come back up to seated. Give it a little bit of a shake, and then we're going to come back. So inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, come down to feel your core switch on, and then come into whichever posture you took before, and we're going to shimmy those shoulders. So you should feel the emphasis of this in a slightly different place in the abs. And keep going, keep those shimmies. You can make them as small or as big a movement as you like. Just keep that core engaged, and exhale, coming out. So from here, we're just going to come to lying on our backs, making your way down slowly. And we're just going to finish with a little reclined twist. So knees are going to come into the body. So you've got knees just above hips. So shins are parallel to the ground, similar to our boat. And once we found this position here, take your arms out to cactus. Inhaling here and exhale, allow those knees to fall over to the left hand side, and the gaze goes to the right. Now if you wanted to keep this core activated, you could lower the knees really slowly and actually hover them all above the ground. So it's really up to you. That's just a little added extra for you. So breathing nice and deeply in this twist. Just allowing yourself to sink into the posture. And then inhale, bring those knees back to center. And exhale, let them come over to the other side. So knees are over to the right, gaze over to the left if that's comfortable for your neck. And once again, we can just breathe here. And inhale, knees back to center. And then exhale, send those legs out, and we'll come into our Shavasana. So walking those shoulder blades down, taking the feet just wider than hips distance apart. Close those eyes and allow yourself to just rest here. And for those of you who find it difficult to just sit or lie in the stillness, I recommend bringing the attention to the breath, just focusing on every inhale and every exhale, allowing any thoughts that come into your mind to just as easily leave it. And then slowly, whenever you're ready, rolling on to one side and just taking a few breaths in this fetal position before slowly pushing yourselves up back to seated, keeping those eyes closed. And we'll just take a few breaths here. So we'll take a hand to the chest and a hand to the stomach. We'll take a nice big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye!